Hello everyone. This video compares Spaceport 4.0 with Adobe AIR 3.2 and showcases how Spaceport 4 is better, faster, and cheaper than Adobe AIR 3.2. Spaceport 4 is just like Adobe AIR. You build once in Flash using vector graphics and ActionScript in your familiar IDEs. It supports Flash Builder and the open source FDT. And you can deploy to both iOS and Android as downloadable apps using single code base. But here's why Spaceport 4.0 is better. You can modify your code or your art and update your apps in real time without going through App Store specific update cycles, because Spaceport 4 uses Apple's and Google's approved WebView runtime engine. You cannot do that with Adobe AIR. Spaceport delivers better performance than Adobe AIR, at least 3 times faster because of GPU acceleration. AIR only supports GPU acceleration for Stage 3D APIs, not for animations. But you don't have to believe me. Let's check out a real performance test. Hello everyone, this is Spaceport 4.0 versus Adobe AIR 3.2 performance test. We have a couple of iPhone 4S here. As you can notice, there are series settings. These are only available in 4S. With that verification, let's start with Adobe first. With quite a few tests here, today we're only going to look at animating objects. The way this test works is, as I touch the screen, it adds animating objects on the screen, indicates the number of the object on the right hand side corner, currently 2, and the rendering speed in FPS, currently 24. Let's add a bunch of these. And you'll notice as I continue to add the objects, both visually the animation starts to slow down, as well as the FPS starts to fall drastically with Adobe AIR. Let's add a few more. Now it is pretty much crawling. You can see there are about 64 objects and about speed of about 7 FPS or 6 FPS. Let's do the same thing with Spaceport. Start the Spaceport here. And do the same exact test. And you'll see 2 objects as I added. Numbers indicated on the right side, speed on the left side, and FPS 29, 28. Let's add a bunch of these as well. Now you'll notice that even with so many objects, about 51, even visually, the speed is way faster when it compares to Adobe the way it looked. Now let's add a few more just for the parity's sake, get closer to the number of objects we had on Adobe AIR. So now I have about 76 objects and an FPS about 20 or so. Just to remind you, with 64 on Adobe AIR, with 64 objects, we're looking at about 7 FPS. So Spaceport 4.0 is delivering about 3 times the performance of Adobe AIR 3.2 when compared on an animating objects test. Thank you. And finally, Spaceport 4.0 is cheaper than Adobe AIR. In fact, our basic edition is free, and advanced edition is only $4.99 per game for all platforms we support. No need for rev share, and unlike Adobe, Spaceport 4.0 licenses include unlimited developer seats for small studios. To get 1 free Spaceport 4.0 Advanced Edition license and to get pre-GA access to Spaceport 4.0, please enroll in our private beta today by replying back to this email or contacting me at uday@spaceport.io. Thank you for your time.